Hey, it's Granny from Granny Knows Sports. I'm going to do a little something different for you this afternoon, and I'm going to give you an introduction to what it is. Um, every night I have to take a hot bath, sometimes two, because I get leg cramps. And I could not find a way to stay in the tub long enough for the hot water to just really get in there and do its job. So I remembered this song from my teenage days, and it was pretty long, and so I started singing it in the tub. Um, But after a while of singing the same song over and over, it starts to get boring. So you start to do things with it. Yesterday, I did something with it that I thought was really, really good. So I'm going to share it with you. So, welcome to my interpretation of American Pie. A long, long time ago, and I can still remember when that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance. And maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. Bad news on the doorstep, I could not take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this would be the day that I die. This would be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love and do you have faith in God above? Oh, if the Bible tells you so. What do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your moral soul? Hey, can you teach me how to dance real slow? Yeah, I know that you're in love with him because I saw all you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Yeah, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronco buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But even I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee. The levee was dry. Good old boys were singing, drinking whiskey and rye. Singing, this will be the day that I die. Oh, yes, this will be the day that I die. Now, for 10 years, we were on our own. Moss grew fat on a rolling stone, but that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a code he borrowed from James Dean and a voice, oh, that came from you and me. And as the king was looking down, that jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned, no verdict was returned. And while Lennon read a book on Marx, the court kept practicing the parts, and we sang dirges in the dark the day the music died. We were singing. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but that levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. Oh, this will be the day that I die. Helter skelter in a summer swelter, birds flew off their fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast. They landed out on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass with the jester on the sidelines in the cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume. The sergeants played a marching tune and we all got up to dance. But we never got the chance. The players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? They were singing. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. In there, we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack Flash sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's only friend. And as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight. The day the music died, he was singing, "Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried, and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. And the three men I'd admired most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast. The day the music died, they were singing, "Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die." And now we're all singing, "Bye-bye, Mr. American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die." Do your own video from your favorite song as a teenager, and like this one and share it. See you later.